match. Can you try and sum that one up from where you were sitting?
Yeah, it was a close game. That's about what it was. Full credit to Fiji. They were able to sort of put a bit of pressure on us, and I think we probably created a fair bit of pressure on ourselves at times. But looking forward to this week, obviously. We're obviously the eye has always been on getting through and getting to the semis. So we're here now, and that's the biggest thing we need to concentrate on.
Obviously, some anxious moments there.
There was, yeah. They aged me a bit. Look, as I said to the players, that we've got through now. We'll get a fair bit out of that. It wasn't probably the style of what we'd like to have played, but I was pleased that they stuck to the plan, and that's what got them through. I've said many times throughout the last couple of weeks how tight they are, and I think that's what really brought them through. They had to dig in. Fiji came at us and they put pressure on, and we probably pushed a few passes that we wouldn't normally push, and then they put a bit of pressure on.
Did you expect them to be that quick, that start?
Yeah, it was. We needed them to come out and play, but they definitely started quick, and we sort of lost a few stuff there in the tackles and that. But we sort of expected it to be like that, but for us, we needed to be better at the start, and that's something we'll work on.
Max, how much better we have to be next week?
I'll tell you next week, really. We need to be better than in areas of our game. You can obviously see that. I think the start, obviously, they jumped a little bit at the start, and we put a bit of pressure on ourselves. And you can't do that to obviously the teams that we're playing.
Joey, how much did the conditions were they a factor?
No, they were enough. I don't really think about it myself. I'm not too sure about other boys, but it's going to be like that over here, especially in the next few weeks. So we can't really control that. It's just controlling our footy and the style that we want to play in this Kiwis jersey. There's a few things there that we want to work on. But we'll be ready for next week. What
were you guys saying when you were obviously behind on the scoreboard and time was getting away?
We were pretty composed. I think, especially with Jerome there, he's a good leader in the spine, and we just wanted to get through our process, not think about the score or the outcome. Just get back in the grind and keep kicking that back to them. I thought we controlled that pretty well, and we ended up coming over on top of them.
So you know a few of those blokes well, James Tedesco, Joel Mitchell. What are your thoughts on going up against them?
Yeah, I'm excited. These are the games you look forward to as a player, playing against some of the best. Excited to play some of them, but I'm excited to see what we can do as a team. We'll focus on ourselves. We'll be ready. There's a few things that we want to work on. We'll be more focused on ourselves.
Max, that left side of the Australian team, Latrell, Carlton and Terry teams apart. Joey's obviously an outstanding fullback. Would you give me thought to moving back to the centres to strengthen that side of the field up?
No, not at all. Joey's doing a great job for us out the back. What he did tonight got us out of trouble quite a bit there. So we'll leave him there, but we'll be right. We'll just get our forwards up and going and make sure that they do their role as well as they can, and that'll help out that edge.
Mike, how much did missing Jared tonight play a factor in it?
When you've got players like that, of that quality sitting on the sideline, it does play a part. Jared's been very strong in the background though, and just getting around the players. But it's all about getting your most experienced players out there as well. So, but we'll be right. We've got a few of them coming back this week.
Does Jared definitely come back in?
We'll see how he's travelling through the week. Yeah, we'll see from now.
About Moses?
Yeah, he's ready to go too.
That's huge.
We've pretty well got a full complement coming back next week. I've just got to check on Jared.
Michael, can you sort of quantify or describe the amount of improvement that is necessary in the next week?
We'll improve. I mean, one thing about the group, they're pretty strong on how they want to go about things, and I had a good discussion just then about what we did tonight. We'll take that into this week. There's areas of our game which we can't give away cheap loose ball or errors or penalties. I thought in the start of the game we gave away a couple of penalties there, and the pressure came on, and we just didn't handle that as well as what we have in the past, which they're good lessons for us leading into next week.
So I know you were focusing on yourself. Can you talk about James a little bit? No?
Yeah, James is obviously a great player. I've played with him for a few years now, and he's got that fullback position with the Roosters, so yeah, whenever I tend to slide in there, he tends to help me out a bit, and he's someone I love to learn from. But yeah, it'll be a bit different. He'll be on the opposite side next week, and he's a good mate. But yeah, I want to do what's best for our team, and yeah, I'll be competing against him on Friday night.
How much what you do as a fullback is down to what you've learned from training with him, playing alongside him?
Yeah, I think there's a few things. I mean, he's taught me a lot there, him and also Robbo. But I mean, some of the stuff I tend to play in different positions, and I play my own style. So yeah, definitely helped me out though. He's definitely helped me out a lot.
Joey, do you think James Tedesco is the best player in the world right now?
Yeah, I think he's pretty good. He has me for a while, so.
Mitch, can you just elaborate a little on what Jared's role has been behind the scenes? You said that he's been quite involved.
Yeah, it's what he's been a leader. He's been in positions like this, in big games. So sharing those stories with players, rallying the troops together to build a bond. But the Kiwi jersey is all about. He's had a fair bit of experience at this level. So sharing it with some of the younger guys that have come in has been very valuable to us.
As you said, the man next to you could be got you out of jail. You said at the start of the tournament you thought you could be the best fullback in this competition. 4 weeks in, how do you reckon he's travelling?
He's going good. He's going really well. He's, he did a great job for us tonight. He's been performing, and I think Joey's learning a little bit about the players around him too. There's times there where Joey's such a good support player through the middle, being able to get out to an edge and be a part of that sort of play as well is something there that they've been growing. And it's sort of probably the third game that we've had our spine all together, so we'll be better again on the back of that.
Did Jesse pick up an injury? And also
No,
Jerome's
he's fine.
clutching his elbow. Are they both okay?
Joey, how did you rate your performance today compared to your previous matches?
It was good. No, it was alright. There were a few things I want to work on as a player, but I'm just focused on the team. So I'm not too worried about individual performances.
What was going through your head during that captain's challenge?
Just hoping that came off. Yeah, I was not too sure. I sort of felt a strip, but there was only a little bit of time left, I think, and why not have a shot? So ended up working in our favour, and yeah, it really helped.
Was it you pushing the case to go for the challenge, or were you?
Yeah, I was screaming because I don't want to be a knock on.
You said you were excited about playing Australia next week. Why? I suppose it's the opportunity to prove that you are the number one team.
Yeah, it's probably that. Just a good team, two good teams going at it, and two good countries. Obviously, been playing for a long time now, so I think it's just that. A lot of good players. So we want to test ourselves against the best, and we'll see how we go next week.
Michael, I think it's the first World Cup since 2000 that Fiji aren't going to be in the semi, so they've had a good run, and they're a good country and a good team, haven't they? Clearly they gave you more than a fright tonight. Yeah,
they have. I mean, obviously, a lot was talked about this week from the last World Cup, so all those sorts of things can play on people's minds, and they came out and they performed. They showed a lot of passion and they put a lot of pressure on us. So full credit to where Fiji are going with their rugby league. Actually, I spoke to the coaches about they're a young crew, and no doubt they're going to get a lot out of playing against teams like New Zealand, and so they're one to watch.
Joey, Nathan Cleary and Darcy Lussick played this game as the underdogs this week. You guys are world number one. What do you think about that?
I'm not too sure. I know where we sit as a team, and that's all I need to worry about. I'm not worried about rankings or who's a better team. I believe in this team that we got here, so I'm focused on us being good in the Kiwis jersey.
Michael, everyone's been talking about how much you guys need to improve to beat Australia, but do you think conversely sort of having this close match will benefit you in that game?
We'll get a fair bit out of being able to look back at that performance. It's up to us how we deal with that. We've said many times that pretty tight group, and they'll go through that. And I've got a lot of players that, especially in my squad, that have played in sort of semis and grand finals. So the step up in game. That's what it's about, and that's what they want to play in. So they'll be looking forward to playing this week.
And how important was it to right the wrongs of 5 years ago?
Well, I wasn't really a part of it. So, we're in the semi now. That's the main thing, and that's what we've spoken about. That we've got a shot at going through to the big game. So we put our heads down and have a really good week together, like we have been, and get our performance we're after.
Would you have liked to have played Australia in the final? Because I know a lot of fans, that's the final a lot of fans would have wanted.
Oh, look, it doesn't matter who we play to get to the final. That's all part of what a tournament's all about. So for us, we're playing Australia next week.
Thanks, everybody.